No, if everything worked out for Zeppelins, it would probably be better than airplanes. Maybe a much more relaxing, not so cramped experience. I hate flying. My parents want me to go back to the US for the summer, but I just hate flying so much. It's so uncomfortable.
I'm afraid I can't come with you. Thanks for the pie.
But...
Welcome to the Grand Hindenburg Hotel. My name is Susan, and I'm glad to be of service. Your name, please?
They know I'm here, so
Elliot
what's the point?
Ness.
Thank you, Mr. Ness. Nice choice. Sounds genuine. And now, how can I help you?
I'm here to see Mr. Capone.
There's no Mr. Capone here, Mr. Ness.
Listen, Susan, I know more than 60 aliases for Al Capone, so you have two options. One is to delay my appointment with him until I guess the right one, which he is not going to like. The other is to send me through and earn my eternal gratitude and his. Your call.
He's in the presidential suite. Top floor at the end of the red carpet.
Thank you, Susan.
Have a pleasant stay at the Grand Hindenburg Hotel, Mr. Ness. Your attention, please. The cable car to
What kind
Santa
of person can
Esperanza
afford this
leaves
kind
in
of
3
luxury?
minutes.
Shit. You think it's going to be a quiet day and suddenly the storm hits you.
Venice above the clouds. Movie theater. Ah, showing Shakespeare.
You can't go in there, sir. They're in rehearsal.
Theater?
Shakespeare's Titus Andronicus. They open in a couple of nights. Perhaps Mr. Capone can get you a ticket?
Capone? He's at this hotel? Gosh, I'd heard the opposite.
She's being forthcoming with us now. Okay. I can't adjust the camera. It's one of those cinematic experiences. And there's the city below us.
Higher than the clouds.
Is there a way to run? Pressing buttons, seeing, but nope. Nope, we just move at a reasonable speed for a human
Your
being in
attention,
a sort.
please. The cable car to Santa Esperanza leaves in 2 minutes.
It's very Chinese design to this place.
A. Ryan, owner of Ryan Hotels, the visionary who transformed the Hindenburg
We can't
into the
skip it.
monument to aeronautical luxury it is today.
Always appreciate the ability to skip certain dialogues if they're repeats. Oh, fireworks.
The window cleaners up here deserve every cent they make. I wouldn't do it for all the money in the world.
Yeah. Fearless.
I don't remember the last time I did that.
Oh, it's been a while since you've been in love. Ah, another Crespo, please.
Come on!
Oh, did I hear something break? I hope I'm going the right way. I don't know. Oh. Looks like we may be interrupting someone. They ordered room service, but haven't really bothered to get it, I guess. And so one day my magnificent flying wonder will purify this pagan city with the eternal fire. Ah, so you wanted it to burn. I don't know if that's true. I don't think so. Where are we? Seems like we're on a very linear course here.
What happened here?
Nothing to worry about, my good man. What happens on the Hindenburg stays on the Hindenburg.
Mm-hmm.
You never had problems with the police?
Oh, many a one, my good man. In fact, what I'm cleaning up is today's first problem.
Are you saying the law doesn't apply here?
We're too high up, my good man. The law has always preferred to look down.
How can you work in a place like this?
You don't want to know where I worked before this, my good man.
Okay. Leave you to it. Oh, okay, so it's a Japanese garden. That little flame wheel is probably not a good thing to have here. Magic trick or no. Charla. The amazing Charla, King of Knives.
Bravo.
What the hell, dude?
I'm sorry.
Okay. That was random. Alright, are we here?
If it wasn't for my habit of checking all possible exits when I walk into the lion's den, I'd be a dead man. You should be rotting in jail.
That's exactly what I've been doing for the last 19 and a half years. You'll be surprised what a little good behavior can do for a person. You're not gonna ask me for my last words this time? I'm a lot closer to death than when I last saw you. As are you.
Why did you ask me here?
Why did you come?
I wanted to see if you'd improved with age. I'm glad to see the answer's no.
When you said rot in jail, you really meant it, huh? Look, I didn't ask you here to find out who's got the snappiest comebacks. I want to hire you.
What?
I require your services as a detective.
You're so old, I don't know if you're senile or if you're joking.
Look, Ness. My granddaughter Sophia has been kidnapped. When what happened to my son, Vittorio, I put her in a boarding school. She was entered under a false surname, Colombo. Nobody knows who she is.
Nobody?
Only Milton, the man who brought you here. I trust him completely. 2 days ago, a guy turned up at the boarding school. He introduced himself as Guido Colombo, the girl's uncle, and her new legal guardian. He said her parents had just died in a tragic automobile accident. He produced all the relevant papers, driver's license, the custody document supposedly made out by the father, the death certificates. He explained away the fact that the girl didn't know him by saying he moved to Seattle before she was born.
Any clues?
Nah. Well, Sophia was wearing a blue dress with flowers that I personally ordered for her from Italy. She was also wearing white ballet shoes with daisies embroidered on them. As for the guy, the school principal said he was tall and slim, in his 50s. No particular accent. Black hair, no beard, no glasses. Well dressed. Could be anyone. But I know he was hired by one of my old associates. Someone wants to finish me once and for all. Maybe they want control of what's left of my organization. Maybe they hate my guts.
And I thought I was the only one who still hated you after 20 years. What else have you got?
I got this. And I got you.
You don't have me. My place is at my diner. And your girl's not there.
Huh. So where should I be looking?
You were the biggest boss in the Mafia. And by the looks of this place, you didn't lose everything. Why don't you ask one of your subordinates for help?
You don't listen, do you? The kidnapper was hired by one of my men. One of the people I trust.
So why me?
20 years ago, I pushed you to the edge. I bought your friends and killed the ones who couldn't be bought. I got you so obsessed with me that your wife ended up leaving you. When you had nothing left, you walked into my house, shot my bodyguards, and pointed a gun at me. You could have killed me. But you chose to restrain yourself. You even gave my son a lecture on ethics. You're the only honest man I know.
I'll do it. Not for you. For her.
I knew I got the right guy.
But I want something in return.
As you can see, I'm not short of money. Ask. I won't haggle.
You confess to any crime you like and go back to jail forever.
That won't be difficult. Since I got out of jail yesterday, I've committed a few. I don't give a damn what happens to me, Ness. You just save Sophia. And you can start by investigating
Carlo Boccarini.
How did you know?
Biggest forger in Santa Esperanza. Wouldn't surprise me if Sophia's so-called uncle's papers were made by him. Besides, he's been cursing your name ever since we put you in jail.
Hey, I treated him like a son.
After you killed his parents.
They were selling booze without my permission. Wait, you know where to find him?
I have a good contact at the station. A girl. Rookie. Straight arrow. Reliable.
A girl? You saying you trust her?
You are such a chauvinist. Do you trust me?
Deal? That's a spirit. Keep Milton informed at all times, huh? You hear me?
I know you from somewhere.
You're not gonna ask me for my last words?
You should be running. I'm never going to help you. Why me?
I'm not asking you to help me.
I'm not a cop anymore. I'll do it. Not for you. For her.
Is this a dream sequence? Not quite
This
sure.
town has become a jungle.
Ah, probably.
Where not even the rats are safe. Those who support and protect us fight to steal the last scraps of dignity we have left. And those who should judge them prefer to squabble over their prey. But it wasn't always like this. The Santa Esperanza I was born in was a clean town. A place where it meant something to be a cop.
Come on. Here we go.
Until he arrived.
What, Capone? Here we go.
He took everything I had, but in the end I sent him to hell.
So not Capone.
Rebuilt my life. Got my feet back on the ground. But now he's back.
Oh, it is Capone.
Dragged me in. I'm gonna need help.
Let's not drink.
Ness,
Elliot, I found Carlo Boccarini.
I knew you would, Alice.
Write this
Alice.
down. 31 Wicker Avenue in Lakeview.
Thanks. Nice work.
Elliot, what do you want with him? He's got a hell of a file.
Right now, it's better you don't know, Alice.
What, are you protecting me?
I promised your father that I would.
I'm a cop, not a little girl.
Alice, I don't have much time. I'll let you know how it goes. Thanks. Tomorrow's going to be a long, long day.
Alice, I think, was the name of the little girl at the beginning. I may be wrong about that.
"31 Wicker Avenue. This is it."
You sure?
I'm sure.
At last. That stench of stale grease about you reminds me too much of my old job.
I smell of grease.
I don't think anyone else would notice. But when you spend a part of your sentence as a chef in the kitchens on Gore Island, you smell it a mile away. And how do you think I met Alphonse? Playing golf?
Alphonse.
On the subject of cooking, I know your blueberry pie had an extra something. I still don't know what.
Alphonse.
So what now? You got a plan?
Take a look around, in case there's a rear exit. I'll take the main door.
My pleasure.
Okay, yeah, get ready to do some punching, I guess.
The fact that a criminal like him can hang up his shingle in broad daylight says a lot about Santa Esperanza. Interesting taste. Been centuries since a gardener visited this house. Maybe Boccarini's business isn't going too well. The bell doesn't work. I guess Boccarini doesn't get many visitors.
There's a baby crying. I don't know if you can hear it.
Boccarini? Carlo Boccarini?
Nothing of interest out back. Sorry. You better come see this, Mr. Ness.
What is it?
I don't know how to describe it.
There's been a murder.
Is that our man?
Boccarini.
My God.
We have to find out who did this, and why. Let's go.
You're the detective, Mr. Ness. Besides, Alphonse will want to see this. I'll be right back.
All right. I have to establish how Boccarini died. Maybe the body parts can shed some light on the motive.
All right. Awesome. So we get to do some investigation. That's the fun part.
Holy Christ, what the hell are we up against?
Jesus Christ.
His eyes were pulled clean out of their sockets. Whoever did this, it wasn't their first time. And if they committed any other murders like this, it's likely that the police found some of the bodies. I must remember to ask Alice. His teeth were all pulled out before he was killed. The buildup of blood inside his mouth speaks for itself.
Ugh. Ooh. Oh, this is gruesome.
Cut. It's a tear. His hands were ripped off. Who has that kind of strength?
Oh my God. His shirt's off, but they kept his tie on? This is...
Pity he won't last till Christmas, because he'd almost pass for a tree. There's no doubt the murderer took his time.
Yeah, that's really nice to say that. Ugh.
Once he got stuck in there, looks like the bottom of a glass. It's Boccarini, no doubt about that. Although the one I remember was more together.
Let's take a look at the board. So, mutilation.
The murderer tore Boccarini's hands off.
And...
Boccarini's teeth were all pulled out. Hands ripped off, teeth torn out. I guess I'll have to rule out criminal intent or a personal angle. Boccarini's eyes still haven't shown up. What if I look for whatever was used to remove them?
okay. So let's...
Takes a strong man to tear that out. Or several.
There's a blood trail.
Jammed shut from the inside. Maybe between the two of us when Milton gets back.
Yeah, Milton could probably get that open. A spoon.
Blood and some kind of sticky liquid.
Huh. I think I know.
A teaspoon stained with blood and some kind of sticky liquid. The mixture of sticky liquid and blood can only mean one thing. The spoon was used to remove Boccarini's eyes. The mutilations and the disappearance of his eyes suggest two possible motives. Psychopathy or cultist fanaticism. Which is it?
I don't think we have enough information to determine that yet.
Oh, shit. I should have stayed in my diner.
Oh my god. Oh, okay. Yeah, let's do that. Here's the church, and here's the steeple. Let's open the door. There's all the people.
Are these teeth from the body? Well, at least I know why his teeth were pulled out, more or less.
Ah.
What is that?
Some sort of symbol.
Looks like a ritual. What was Boccarini mixed up in? This car looks too classy for a forger like Boccarini. Are there sufficient reasons to believe that when the murderer attacked Boccarini, there was someone else in the house? The first possibility to be ruled out is that the car belonged to Boccarini.
Okay, well, I don't know yet.
Vermont plates. Someone drove a long way.
Okay, that's probably... So it is likely someone else's car then.
Let's take a look in the glove compartment. Bingo. A man's cigarette case.
One cigarette.
OB. One of the Boccarini clan?
Okay, let's explore the rest of the house. I was hoping we would get to do this. Okay, so let me take a look at some of the car.
A car
There's
with
the
Vermont
license
plates. The initials OB on a cigarette case. 1. It has Vermont plates. 2. It's too luxurious for a criminal of his standing. 3. The initials on the cigarette case don't match his name. The next possibility that needs to be ruled out is that the car was stolen. There should be evidence that there was someone else in the house.
Okay, well, I don't know about that yet. let's get back to the motive here.
A sick altar of human flesh. Some kind of symbol drawn in blood. Although I don't know the origin of the symbol in the bathroom and the altar of flesh and teeth, I'd say the motive was some kind of occult religion. The big question is, who did it?
Okay, so let's see if we can find evidence of a guest.
The blood comes from the other side of the corridor and ends next to the body. He was attacked in the other room and dragged to the hall. The evidence suggests that the events began in the lounge. How did Boccarini encounter his murderer?
Well, let's see first. Let's explore.
Whatever crushed the table must have been really heavy. Or maybe it was thrown extremely hard. A perfectly circular dent, as if someone had tried to hammer in a gigantic bolt, around 4 inches in diameter. Fingernails scratched the wood. Blood ran like water.
Seems to be a
Did it break
watch.
during the struggle, or was it already broken? Blood. Blood everywhere.
So, almost 10 o'clock was the time of death?
What kind of person takes off a wristwatch without unfastening it? Or fastens the strap again after taking it off?
Maybe it just slipped off.
This was opened recently. Smells of whiskey. Glass on the floor indicates the window was broken from outside.
And there's a
There's
gun.
something under there. How'd it wind up under there? Not one round fired. It must have happened fast.
Are those beans?
What is it with Italians and olives?
Oh.
They lap those things up like caviar. Like a true bachelor, he should have put these into soak. Hours of scraping to get them clean. Although at this stage, I don't think Boccarini's too worried about that.
Yeah. Boo-hoo, some dirty glasses,
4
some dirty
glasses.
silverware.
2 of water, 2 of wine. I've always been a whiskey man, but I know a good wine when I see one. Leftover lasagna, and it looks good. Why is it that 2 out of 3 Italian gangsters are great cooks? I'll never understand what the deal is with them in cooking. The plates and the glasses leave no room for doubt. Boccarini had company for dinner.
Alright, so someone was definitely over.
Dirty plates, glasses, and silverware from it. The dirty dishes and glasses prove that Boccarini ate lasagna with one other person. Was Boccarini's guest still in the house when the murderer showed up?
Well, their car is still here. But that's about all I can say about that. Okay, the
A pistol,
assault.
fully loaded. A broken whiskey glass found in the... A broken whiskey glass found in...
No, it doesn't go
Pieces
there.
of glass from the window in the hall, found inside the house.
Someone broke in, it seems.
What looks like the bottom of a broken glass, buried in bucker. What looks like the bottom of the lamp, torn off its brackets and blocked. A door in the corridor jammed shut. An open bottle of whiskey.
Okay.
I'd say Boccherini was drinking in the dining room when his assailant burst in through the window. Boccherini pulled his gun, but the murderer disarmed him before he could shoot. Where did the torture begin?
Where did the torture begin?
2 pools of blood, one on either side of the dining room table. A broken table, scratched and covered in blood. A broken whiskey glass found in the dining room. A blood-stained wristwatch with the glass broken and the strap. The bloodstains show that the murderer began to torture Boccherini on the dining table itself. That was where his hands were torn off. As a result, his wristwatch fell to the ground. How did the body
Yeah, so it
reach
did
its
slip
current
up.
position?
Well, it was
The trail of
dragged.
blood from the dining room to the hall. What looks like the bottom of a broken glass buried
Okay.
in Boccherini's back. A broken whiskey glass. The lamp, torn off its bracket. Boccherini, already minus hands, was dragged into the hall, where the murderer used the brackets of the lamp to complete his macabre diorama.
Okay. We need more clues for a witness. Oh, there's a knife missing.
One knife's missing, the biggest one. Shut from the inside. It opens onto the same room as the jammed door in the corridor.
So, witness.
A door in the kitchen, locked from the inside. It had a broken whiskey glass found in the dining room. What looks like the bottom of a broken glass. It seems clear that Boccherini and his guest were drinking when a murderer took them by surprise. The real question is, what happened to the witness? Did they escape? Did the murderer take them? Or are they still in the house?
They may still be
A
here.
door in the kitchen, a door in the corridor jammed shut. One locked door could be a coincidence, but 2 locked doors which open onto the same room can't be. Either I'm completely wrong, or the witness is in that room. But I need Milton to open one of those doors.